You guys know what they nailed in House of the Dragon that is personal. It stings with me. The whole disrespect and disregard of second sons. It triggers me. Why so? Because I, Robert Smiley Jr., am a second son. So even though I didn't like fucking Corlys' brother, when he got his damn face chopped off, it was a great scene for Daemon, but not for the Valerians or Valerians, however you pronounce it. Don't give a fuck. So what did the king say to? He said, "You're the second son of a second son," which that bothers me. Why? Why does it bother you, Rob? You ask. I'm gonna ask for you, even if you're not asking. My father is a second son. I'm a second son. So it's like people have this thing where it's like, oh, you don't deserve any inheritance when you're a second son. Everything goes to the first son, which shows me how fucking stupid people are. Because at the end of the day, if something happens to the first son, then the second son gets everything, which would be me. So this is how you know my parents favor my sister over me. Because they'll try to break tradition and break laws where, like, oh no, in this case, the sister's going to be more important than the son. Fuck that. So you telling me I should have been born in medieval times? Even the Italians understand that only sons are important. Girls is like, they get pissed off when they have a girl. Like, what? Look, just go watch The Sopranos. Meadow, they didn't give a fuck about Meadow. They only cared about AJ, even though AJ was a fuck up. Cutting his eyebrows off and shit and taping his face to the floor. Doing just dumb, astronomically dumb shit, and he still got favored more than Meadow. Even though I don't blame him, because I hated Meadow's character. I hated her personality. She could have got killed off and I wouldn't have gave a fuck. She could have got killed off with Jackie Aprio Jr. It would have made no difference to me, because they both was horrible characters to me. But let me not get sidetracked. Second sons being disrespected has been going on for centuries. And it's bullshit, man. I could have 10 sons and I wouldn't disrespect none of them. It'd be like, y'all all are my heirs at the end of the day. You keep going on to the next one. I'm the crown prince. My sister should never be over me on nothing. And since my parents do treat me that way, this is why I'm like, oh, well, I need to get the fuck down the road then. Realistically, it's not about me being too old to live with my parents. It's about the disrespect, the disregard, the like, oh, you're just not important. You're insignificant. When it's like, I'm never going to believe that. So you trying to convince me of that is a waste of your time. And realistically, my girlfriend is my queen, not my mother. So for most black dudes, they mama's boys, and they don't fucking admit that they mama's boys, but it's obvious where they may treat their mothers like queen, but for me, no. My mother and my father, if they treat me like a fucking peasant, what the fuck I look like treating them like a king and a queen? When my girlfriend treats me like a king, therefore that's who I should be with. Makes perfect sense to me. And it's time for me to start my own family and not be around the family I grew up with. So yeah, that shit hit hard for me, that second son shit, man. And the Greens, they they funny. They tried it. They used that Valerian brother to, try to usurp some shit, and it didn't work. They got that nigga killed. So while Alicent was doing all her RIPs, it's like, well, you and Otto are the ones who got him killed. Vaemon, which is a horrible fucking name, man. Like, what was he thinking? It's almost like he really said everything that the Greens are thinking when it comes to Rhaenyra, but even they know not to blurt it out. How many times the king got to say he gonna have your tongue if you say some crazy shit about his first daughter? He don't talk that way about Helena, weird ass, and her bugs and shit. So, clearly he has a soft spot for Rhaenyra and not Helena, the weird bug dragon dreamer daughter. So I can't wait for this next season, y'all. Like, I really avoid spoilers and shit, even though I can't really spoil House of the Dragon when I already knew what was going to happen before the show even got created. And I didn't read the books. This is why I tell y'all, I be in so many Game of Thrones chats where everything I don't know about the books, people have told me so many goddamn times to the point where it wouldn't even be no point of spending my money to buy the book because I know everything that happens in the book. Because it'd be like I'll just say some random shit to like Barrister sell me like, oh, he shouldn't have got killed off that way, and then somebody like, oh, he's still alive in the book. And so people just tell me so much shit. It's like, damn, I know what happens in the book, so why buy the book? And especially that book for House of the Dragon, it's not even a full book. It's like accounts from maesters and high septons, and it's a roll of the dice if they tell it the truth. You don't know if they telling the truth, so. But my point is I did spoil myself a little bit when it comes to Daemon and Aemon, even though I know what's gonna happen, how they both die, but still, you got your people who say Daemon survived. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe Aemon or Daemon survived that. Impossible. I don't think so. It's wishful thinking for the people that love their characters, but no, they both go die on them damn dragons. How the fuck you go jump off your dragon, stab Aemon in his one good eye, hit the fucking ocean? That impact of that shit alone will kill you. People just don't get that shit. That water can kill your ass because y'all focus so much on fire when both elements can kill your ass, water and fire. And you could be the best swimmer in the world and your ass will still die hitting the ocean floor like that. The dragon died too. They had to pull his corpse out of the ocean, and that's all they found is the dragon's corpse. They didn't find Daemon, so they're like, well, if there's no body, then he must still be alive. Like, no, that ain't what the fuck that mean. That ain't what that mean. Maybe a kraken ate him. Who knows? One of them damn Greyjoys probably pulled up.